I feel like there's a world of pundits out there already that can talk about the economy. And I bring this up because the White House tends to say the mainstream media is the one that's saying the economy is bad.
Yeah, but people feel it in prices. The inflation issue is still a big problem, especially heading into the holiday season where people are planning for their meals. The whole food stamp issue ahead of the holiday season created even more chaos. Ultimately, I think a lot of Americans feel as though the Trump administration came in saying that they were going to do so much better than Joe Biden did on the economy, only to see inflation still high, mortgage rates are still high, and they want to see the tune switch from this Trump administration. We have seen it, though, Audie, I will say. Trump is starting to talk more about the A word, affordability.
I thought that's why he was jawboning with Mamdani in such a friendly way, right? Like, am I making that up?
It was part of it, it seems like. Look, Mamdani ran on affordability. That was what it was at the core of it. Everything else that there is to him, democratic socialism, all of us talk about Israel, it was affordability. And that's why he got the response that he did, because New York has gotten more and more expensive. But so has pretty much everywhere else around the country. And it's hard to tell people that they are not spending more money on groceries or on their electric bills or on their healthcare premiums when they are. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, in the weeks leading up to the election, I mean, I spent a lot of time out on the road in New Jersey and Virginia just talking to voters about this. And this was by far the #1 issue that people were talking about, you know, especially for folks who maybe took a chance on voting for President Trump and maybe had not either historically voted or didn't vote Republican. A lot of people voted for him because they thought, okay, it's a change. And now it feels like Groundhog Day hearing him say the economy's great, everything's great, which is something that we heard people really push back on and really feel irritated about hearing out of the Biden administration.
And I think it's especially tricky because we see people who are rich doing well and doing better.
Yeah.
And the message that is coming across to some people is, look at this again here. More people are getting, who are rich are doing well. The stock market is doing well. Oh, there's not a recession, but I'm paying more for groceries. I'm paying more for my costs. I want to show you this.
We've been talking to the CNN business folks. I was talking to them on the podcast as well. And one of the things people are pointing out is there's so much investment in the stock market for AI specifically, to the point where the question is, if you took the AI out of the economy, would we just be in a recession right now?
I think people think that AI is holding up the markets right now, and that is a scary thing because if you talk to people in Silicon Valley, they'd say, we've seen this bubble before in the early 2000s, that this is not sustainable growth. The other thing that we can't not talk about here is jobs in AI. You've seen in the past few weeks major corporations announcing huge swaths of layoffs, saying we don't need the same amount of employees, especially at the entry level, than we did before. All of that compounds into this feeling that AI was supposed to be the thing that was lifting up the economy, that was going to make sure we were all okay. And now suddenly AI is taking our jobs, AI is forcing layoffs, and oh wait, it might be an AI bubble and the stock market will crash.
And also AI is making the price of electricity go higher because of the data centers. And at the same time, the people who are running the AI companies are getting richer. The companies are getting better while all these jobs are starting to disappear.
I think a lot of these things are in flux, but I'll just add it as we close this. Right now, the administration is looking at regulations for AI and trying to prevent states, right?
I'll see it when I believe it.
Okay.